standard and present it to us in that condition, then it makes a different story. Because we don't have to go out there and increase the width, move poles, and everything else.
A few years ago, that's one of the few things that our planning commission has been able to get enacted for the county. They did do a committee to establish road standards to be adopted by the county, and that was agreed to by this commission. The highway commissioner has been enforcing that, as I understand, and that's like Bill says, before they become a county road, they have to meet those minimum standards. I think it is a good idea for the commissioners to go look at the roads.
Oh, I do too. And now I went to the majority of these here. I didn't go to all of them because the snow was too deep. I didn't want to stay out there.
Well, I know in the past, we used to have to do that. We used to do that. The commissioner from the district would go also and inspect the road.
And, you know, where I found out that it was in the fourth district, it was through the assessor's office. He can tell us where every one of the roads are. He can also tell you if there's any houses on it. 911 can tell you if there's any 911 requests for addresses to be built, houses to be built. Then, of course, the eyeballs can go out there and look at it.
Well, you know, used to, they had a standard committee, and then they had a real lengthy standards for doing the roads. And about 8 years ago, they revised the standards, and then they let it go to the road supervisor. He has the final say over accepting them or not. But originally, 8 years ago, it was to a committee. But like I say, they shortened up the list, and they said it was too lengthy. So now where it's at, I don't know.
The Planning Commission has set standards for roads, whether they be gravel, tar and chip, concrete,
When
pavement,
they've
or
got
whatever.
the standards developed, then the committee's work is finished.
And the road commissioner is the one that goes out and inspects those roads and comes back and tells us, as he has done here.
Recommends, yeah.
But originally, it said all roads had to be blacktop, but they shortened it up to let them do tar and chip. But original, 8 years ago, it was they all had to be blacktop before they do it. And he said it wasn't fair to the builders to have to do that, so they made it tar and chip and shortened it up.
Well, and you get into a lot of problems because the people in our district start calling us about a road and come to find out that road was built by this developer out there, and it is very minimum, and then some minimum standards. He done like Mr. Buck said, run a grader down through there and put about 4 rock on it, and the bottom's falling out. It's not a county road. Then they get mad at us because we don't get gravel for them. But it's not a county road.
So will we do table these or approve it?
I'd make a motion to approve it.
Or what?
I second
Make a motion to approve.
Motion being made and seconded to approve the road.
They've done what their standards is.
Roll call vote.
Leonard,
For it.
Frank,
Four.
Billy,
For it.
Bob,
Four.
Floyd,
Four.
Donnie,
For it.
Lowell,
For it.
Bill,
Or
Rodney,
For it.
Gary,
For it.
10-4, none against.
Motion carried, 10-4, none against. That was for a list of 14 roads.
One thing I'd like for the commission to get is copies of those road standards as soon as we could get those as a reference that we would have in the future.
We'll have them for you next
You
week.
can get them from the state's got standards for roads for every county in the state of Tennessee, and there's nary subdivision in the 70 counties up to par.
What I'm talking about, what the Planning Commission had provided and what the decision was made 8 years or so ago that Donald was talking about, I'd like to see the revised. I saw the original years ago, but I haven't seen the revised one.
I've not seen it.
Do we need to make a motion that we all get a copy of that?
I can make that motion if
I'll
it needs.
second it.
All right.
Well, it's available.
Motion been made and seconded to give a copy of the specs for roads and subdivisions. Roll call vote.
Leonard.
For.
Ray.
For.
Billy.
For.
Bob.
For.
Floyd.
For.
Donald.
For.
Long.
For.
Bill.
For.
Rodney.
For.
Gary.
For.
10 for, none against.
10 for, none against, motion carried. All right, the next is budget amendment, senior citizen center.
We've got a part-time employee that they'd like to make full-time. She doesn't make very much, but in order to do that, they need another $2,240.51 to finish out the year. I move we approve it. I make a motion.
I second it.
Motion been made, second.